Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, September 28th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to this podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. I'm also on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. I'm on Facebook under Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Medium. I appreciate you all joining me today. If you're listening on YouTube and connect with this podcast, please be sure to like, subscribe, and especially share. And for those of you who listen every week, thank you. I appreciate you all so much. So, I had some technical difficulties earlier today, so Sunday morning turned into Sunday evening. And whenever that happens, I know there was something different that I was to say, because everything's tested, everything's ready to go. It's more than just a normal glitch. So I get it actually. I actually get it, because as I was ready to sit down and re-record this podcast, things came to me to say better. Just better solutions, better eloquence, engagement. So I hope that when you listen to this podcast, not being able to hear the previous one, that you will agree as well. So the topic today is, are these the most dangerous times? Are these the most violent times? There's so much going on in this world right now, and even today. In the afternoon, or perhaps later morning, there was another shooting of a church, this time with a fire. And there are so many of us living in fear and feeling that these are extraordinary times. Some would say these are the end times. I believe that is so. And these are times, but aside from that, these are times where healing is being called to happen. So why does it feel that we are in a time of perhaps more violence? Or are we in a time of the most violence? There's actually a cycle going on. And cycles happen until we heal it, until we learn the lesson. Remember, as a human species, we have gone through the Dark Ages. We have gone through world wars. We have gone through many wars and battles and violence. We have gone through times that are being repeated. And these times are being repeated. It feels kind of all at once. And it's so important to understand that these times are happening because we didn't fully heal the past. The southern states here, in the States, in America, have still not fully healed from the Civil War and what brought about the Civil War. Progress is being made, but there is still healing to be done, and so it will continue to cycle until that full healing takes place. Why does someone decide to be violent, where they would shoot up a church on a Sunday, or drive through a festival trying to harm others? because they're in pain. Because they want to be seen, they want to be heard. Their screams want to be heard. And very easily, these people are condemned and called names. It is important to understand what the root cause is of actions. It doesn't excuse it. It doesn't mean there shouldn't be consequences. But we cannot heal pain from anger or pain. We cannot heal from the same vibration that caused the pain. We must level up. A couple weeks ago, I spoke about a restaurant in Colorado. And Colorado had it in their high school, Evergreen, a shooting. And a restaurant's response was to open up and give free meals to the students, and I believe to the parents as well. That moment was met with love. Every moment should be met with love. And yes, is it hard? Is it a challenge? Absolutely. We are human. It's easy to be enraged. It's easy to have fear. It's easy to feel sadness and pain. But when we make our fellow man our enemy, we cannot heal or stop what caused actions. They only will continue until a solution is found. And the only solution that can be found is to understand why and what can be done about it. And it comes down to compassion, understanding, empathy, and yes, acts of love. In mercy, all of those are necessary. They can come through prayer. Perhaps a good reaction when things happen is to set about to do good karma in the next moment. Do an act of love for someone who is near you. That, believe it or not, because we're all connected as one, will change that cycle. Energy reacts to energy. Always. There's no way to avoid it. You create every day, whether you're consciously trying to or not. And every time, no matter what you put out, there is a reaction to it. So if you put out anger, there will be a reaction of anger somewhere. It may not even be someone that you know personally. Fear increases fear. Apathy increases apathy. So when you feel that moment of sadness, anger, being distraught, any emotion that is a reaction, And it can be a personal reaction to what someone says to you. Take the next moment and level up. I recently had a moment where someone did not have a kind reaction to me. Human. So I got a thought in my head to make me feel better. And then the next moment, the vibration changed and all was well. That's what I'm talking about. It could be a reminder that someone thinks you're kind. It can be a reminder of an accomplishment that you've made. A time that you came through. It can be a reminder you're just a good person. It is important not to meet what comes to you that is lower vibration with an equal. You always want to go to the opposite. When that happens, we all carry around our inner child. That inner child gets perceptions. Got perceptions when we were too young to understand. We took things personally. We were put in positions, some of us, to have to be adults. When we're just children deserving to be children. And we make assumptions. And then we carry around those assumptions or another's beliefs or another's words. And it impacts our life. We make decisions based on that. And most of the time, those decisions are based on, I'm not enough. When the truth is, we are all more than enough. Just by the fact that we were created. We are literally, and you've heard me say this, and I will keep reminding you if you listen all the time, we are literally created in the likeness and image of God. But yet we're taught that we're not good enough. In some way, shape, or form, a whole lot of us. And so that means that sometimes we don't go for that opportunity. We don't take that risk. We don't choose sometimes the best relationships for us. We settle. Or we can settle. Anything that disenfranchises you can be healed. Remember how to talk to yourself. And also, if you are one that's going through a lot of emotional pain, mental pain, talk to someone. Spiritual, dark nights of the soul. Talk to someone. Talk to someone that in a healthful way will help you through it. Be seen in a healthy way. Know that you are important enough. And what is triggered within you emotionally. And I want to say, monitor how much you're exposed to with news, or especially with social media. But don't go off. I would never say that. We're in a time now where You can't believe everything you hear, and you can't believe everything you see. So you have to be discerning. And just because you like it doesn't mean it's true. And just because maybe you don't like it doesn't mean it's true. Investigate. Find out what's true. Because AI can make something look incredibly real that isn't. Even Pope Leo told you that recently. Told all of us that. Be discerning. Don't believe it all. But what I'm more talking about with exposure is the negativity. The media that likes us to be in a place of fear. That likes to control what we're exposed to, some of these elements. It's important to have balance, and it's important to take care of your mental, emotional, and spiritual health, because in doing all of that, it protects your physical health. And you stay healthy. But also, it's important to be informed. Be informed. And when something happens that triggers you emotionally, that gets you riled up, that makes you fearful, angry, sad, again, rise up within yourself and send kindness, love, and compassion to it through your energy. And go towards joy. As much as you can, pack in your day with joyful experiences and people. Smile, even when it's sometimes not so easy. Smile. Believe it or not, that simple act makes all the difference. I also want to say this to you, because it's so much out there too. I have experienced one consciousness and the higher realm of heaven. And if you want evidence of heaven, find near-death experiences. These people are not lying when they talk about what they've learned. The higher energy that you can call God, Source, Universe, Yahweh, whatever you want to call it, is higher. It is love. It is not human. It doesn't have the capacity to judge, to convict. I heard recently, I saw, when I see things, I know that I'm supposed to talk about things, because I generally go on YouTube to have a positive experience and not to go down any rabbit holes. And I saw a young man with a microphone. It was popped up to me to watch. And he was telling a group of young people that God does love them, but they're probably going to hell. Because you know, a parent can love you, and I'm paraphrasing here on this next part, still know that you're a lost cause or you've done something wrong and you're not redeemable. Okay, that's not true. This energy that is higher loves you immeasurably, unconditionally. There are not words in the human language that adequately describe the love that is in those higher realms of all the levels of heaven. And this energy is trying to come to earth. And it's there in little kind of energy moments and experiences. It's here. And it's trying to land fully, which is why we're going through these cycles of needing to heal in order to allow it to fully land. Imagine, if you can, a moment when you welled up with love. Perhaps it was for a partner, a dog, a cat, a horse, a child. And your heart just swelled. And then multiply that by infinity. That is what God feels. That is what heaven is like. The only way to emulate it is to feel love in such a way that you cry. That you feel your heart might explode with such love. You're closer then. And let's talk here as well, and I want to say perhaps it's logical. Everything is created from this source. This source. Do you really think it can make a mistake? There are natural laws. Cause and effect. What you put out, you get back. But again, there are speakers out there saying that you are given free will, but yet if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're going to hell. Well, then it's not free. But the autopilot is there. Those natural laws. And they work not emotionally, they work energetically. And they're always there for you, and they're always answering your prayers. That energy. We wanted to have helpers. We have angels. We have spirit guides. We are never alone. But again, how you treat others comes back to you. So, yes, we are unconditionally loved. We cannot lose that love from that source to us, but we can separate ourselves from that source by our own choices, our own decision. But we are the prodigal children. It does not abandon us. We can always knock back on that door. And when that energy knows that we really want to knock on that door, it will give us life events to make sure that we do. Because we are always being listened to. We are always heard. We are always loved. There are no others. There are no not enough. There is only a need for healing. during this time and during these times to come. As you walk around this earth that can be challenging, it is so important to take care of your nervous system. Find the calm, find the joy, and as you interact with people, as much as you can, be the God that you are. As much as you can, be godly. You may not see it directly from who you are trying, and this doesn't mean preach. It means, again, energy of love, compassion, empathy, understanding. Even if you have to distance yourself from someone, you still can send them love energetically. And that is what heals the world, as well as yourself. Remember who you are. You have the power. We all have the power to make a difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you connected with that. Again, if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. Check out my website. I'm going to be expanding my work to more healing opportunity services. Feel free to follow me on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hop, and on Facebook under my business page, Lisa M. Hop, Spiritual Coach and Medium. If you have a suggestion for a topic, please feel free to comment if you can on your platform, or email me at serendityharper@verizon.net. Thank you. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next time.